How to properly load an in-the-wall Hyosung Halo II bank vault ATM machine. So you've got a couple of keys that you need to look out for. So you should have one key that's got a long code on the key, and it's a little bit of a different shape. So that's what's used to unlock the exterior door that brings up the service mode. So right now the ATM is in service, meaning that customers can use it. To put it in supervisor, there's a button here in supervisor, and then you have to enter a password. So it's a 6-digit password. You just do your touch screen and then it authenticates. And once it authenticates, here's your screen. As you can see here, according to my machine, I have cassette 1 and then no other cassettes. This machine can have up to 4 cassettes. And then it shows you in the reject bin that there is a total of 0. We'll double check that. So what I do on my machine, I leave the second key, which accesses the ATM bin inside the machine. So this is where you would change the paper. This just makes sure that you have your internet connections all stable and everything. And this is like the in-wall unit. So down below, you would have a 5 or 6-digit code here. You can set this actually inside of the system setup button right here. I don't want to change anything right now, so we're just going to go to cancel, which is just a click button. So without opening the unit, it says that there's 75 20s in there right now. I've got a total of 4,000 20s that I'm going to be $4,000 worth of 20s, which is 200 20s that I'm going to be adding. So after you would do that and take out the machine, you touch the settlement button, which gives you a few different options. So they all stand for something. So like adding cash is the addition of cash. You can look at your day totals, your trial day totals. This actually is your clear button if you want to clear the total amount and kind of start over. But in this case, you can see $75 or 75 20s equals 1,500. So we're going to add $4,000 worth, which is 200. So you actually input the number of 20s that you're adding or the number of bills. And then you hit OK. And it's going to show you up here, you're adding 200, adding a total of $4,000. Then you hit apply here. And it's going to process it, and it prints a slip out on the machine. Because this is an in-wall machine, that would be outside there. And then it's going to show you operation successful. And it's now going to show you there's a total of 275 bills or $5,500 total. So you just hit cancel to return, and then you can see now that it's no longer red, and it's showing you there's a normal standard amount in there in the ATM. So there's also a few other buttons, but the main button you have to remember to hit on these in-wall units is in service, which means you're going to put it back in service so that people can use the machine. And then I'm going to come down here, I'm going to type in my password. Open that door, and a couple things we're going to check. And again, here's that key that I had up inside. I'm just going to verify there's none in the reject bin, which there isn't. This is a newer machine, so hardly does it reject 20s. I'm going to pull out cassette 1, which is this one right up on top. You can see my machines are labeled to show you the bill denomination. You can change those to 10s, 100s, and 20s, or whatever else you want within the programming of the machine. I'm not going to show you that quite yet, but until we need to do it, or until somebody asks. So I'm going to open up this machine with this key. So you just twist that key, and then we open up the machine. So there's our 75 20s. These are just slide boxes. So you slide it back and it clicks in place. Remember to take the rubber bands off and not just place it in. These ATM cassettes here hold up to 1,000 bills each. So you can get $20,000 or up to 100,000 in hundreds in any of these bins. We opted for a 2-bin machine up at this location. It's a semi-high volume location, but you can get them up to 4 bins. So once that money's in, we literally go ahead, we put this key back in here so we know where it is and it's not going to be lost. Go ahead and tuck that machine back in. You can hear the music and the sounds that it makes. So I got to type in my password again because it locked me out. So I can close it. So this way is open. Turn it that way, and it is now closed. So from up here where I hit back in service, do you want to enter in service mode? You got to make sure to hit yes. ATM is now in service mode. You can press in supervisor mode for operator mode. We're going to come back over here. I still have this key that left in here. I'm gonna put that back up top, and I'm gonna go show you around the front that it is still able to be used, and it is in service. Sorry for all the moving around.